just like yesterday, folks, when we talked about carbohydrates, today we're going to talk about lipids. So let's talk about some of our objectives, okay? Some of our objectives that we should know about lipids. And I want you to tell me, okay? Tell me, what are some things that we probably should know about lipids by the time we're done with this? Give me one, Zoe. Something that we should know about lipids by the time we're finished. Okay, what are they made of? Okay, what are they? What are they made of? Okay, so one objective is to know what are they made of. What's another thing you think? Fletcher? What are they used for? Meaning, like in our body? Okay, what they're used for in our body. Excellent. Okay, what's something else about lipids? What's something else about lipids that we probably should know by the time we're done? Okay, we got what they're made of, how we use them. Anything else? Huh? Okay, what is its monomer? Right? Excellent. What its monomer is, we need to know that. How about a final one is, what actually, give me an example. Would that be nice to know? An example of what a lipid is. Okay? So that's right there. Those are our objectives, you know. What it's made of. What its monomer is. Okay? What is an actual example and how do we use it? We should know all of those things with lipids also. So we look up here. Okay? This to me looks like some sort of a vegetable oil. Okay? This is an olive oil, I guess, when I read that right there. An olive oil. That right there looks like beeswax, because I can read beeswax right there. Okay, so this wax and butter. I'm sure one time or another you have had butter, right? I had some on my toast this morning. So, lipids can be classified as fats, oils, and waxes. Lipids are made mostly of carbon and hydrogen. Made mostly of carbon and hydrogen. Now you ought to be able to fill in the next line because we just talked about it. Lipids are, what was on that previous slide there? Lipids are, what were the three pictures? Fat, what? Fat, oils, and waxes. Excellent. Okay. Lipids are fats, oils, and waxes. When we talk about building blocks, the monomer of lipids the monomers are glycerol and fatty acids. Glycerol and fatty acids. Lipids are not soluble in water. What does that mean? Not soluble in water. Lewis? Okay, it won't dissolve in water. Okay? It won't dissolve in water. We call that hydrophobic. Okay, you know what a phobia is? What's a phobia? What's a phobia, Brandon? A fear of something. Okay? A fear of something. I hear arachnophobia. Okay? You know what arachnophobia is? Fear of spiders. Okay? A fear of spiders. So, this Hydrophobic literally means a fear of water. They don't like water. Okay? They don't like water. We don't classify people like this, but do you know any people that have a fear of water? I had a buddy that was scared to death of water. Okay? We would go out boating, he wouldn't get near the edge of the boat. I'm surprised we even got him on a boat. Okay? Because he was so scared of water. And you know what the funny thing about my buddy was? You know what he did after high school? He joined the Navy. He joined the Navy. Doesn't make much sense for a guy that's scared of water, huh? Joined the Navy. He's still in the Navy to this day right now. You know what he does now? He lands airplanes. He's an air traffic controller in the Navy. So he's been doing that. He probably could have retired from the Navy many years ago, but he's still doing it. Nonetheless, hydrophobic, a fear of water. So, not soluble. These lipids are not soluble in water. They don't like water. They are used to store energy, and also they're used in cell membranes. Used in energy and used in cell membranes. Let's turn back and find cell membranes. See if we can find the cell membrane. Okay, page 45. Look back at 45 in your interactive notebook. Okay, I see cell membrane. I see the cell membrane. And what is the structure of cell membrane? See where I'm at? I'm reading the structure. It says, located on outside a cell, made of phospholipid bilayer, which is phosphates and lipids. Okay? Phosphates and lipids. So, what's one way, I guess, what's one way that our body uses lipids? An answer could be simply the cell membrane, right? What's the cell membrane do? Okay, it supports the cell. What else? Yeah, what comes in, what comes out of the cell? Okay, those are lipids. Those are lipids. Do you think that's important? Do you think it's important for our bodies to control what goes in and out of the cell? So do you think that these lipids probably have a pretty vital role? Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Example of lipids: body fat, butter, olive oil. I got some pretty good lipids stored up in me, I guess. Pretty good lipids stored up in me. Now, you know what? I mean, it's a true statement too, but these lipids here that I got stored up, aren't they like some padding too? Okay? Aren't they some padding? It's probably not going to hurt me as much if you punch me in the gut as it would some skinny guy. You could probably break a rib for them. I might have a little more padding on my ribs because those lipids build up there. Here's a picture of lipids. Okay? We said they're mostly carbon and hydrogens. Well, you see the carbons here. You see the carbons here. You see all the hydrogens there. Okay? There are a couple of oxygens that are linking them together. So that is also the case. There are a couple of oxygens together, or linking too, but they're mainly carbons and hydrogens. This guy right here is Your most basic lipid. Okay, your most basic lipid. Remember, what did we say the monomers were? What did we say the monomers were of a lipid? Okay, what did we say they were, Sydney? Glycerol and glycerol and fatty acids. Right here's glycerol. This thing is a glycerol right here. Okay, this is fatty acid tails. So these are 3 different fatty acid tails right here. Okay, this has a common name that we call triglyceride. Have you ever heard of triglyceride? Okay, this is the common name for this particular structure right here. Food as fuel. Your body will burn calories for energy. But if there's not calories available, your body will turn to lipid. So it will start burning your fats if there's no carbohydrates available. As a very last resort, your body will use proteins as energy. And let's talk a little bit about saturated as opposed to unsaturated fats. Saturated as opposed to unsaturated fats. Unsaturated fats are healthier to eat. Usually, an unsaturated fat is going to be a liquid at room temperature. So let me ask you this, okay? What's going to be healthier for you? The olive oil or the butter? Okay? Which is going to be healthier for you? The olive oil or the butter? Well, what'd you just say? Unsaturated fats are healthier. They are liquids at room temperature. Which one of those is a liquid? Olive oil, right? Olive oil is a liquid at room temperature, so it's going to be healthier for you. Saturated means that the carbon atoms are full of hydrogen. Unsaturated means that there is a double bond. Now, if you look at this right here, okay? If you look at right here, this is a saturated fat. See how those are all straight lines? Okay? See how all of those tails there are straight lines? Look at these, how these are crooked. Those crooked places are where double bonds are. Double bonds mean unsaturated. So if you see these fatty acids that are crooked, they're unsaturated. The fatty acids that are straight are saturated. And which ones are healthier for you? Unsaturated. Unsaturated fats. Okay?